Well, thank you for joining me this evening. Today, we're going to talk about the place in the middle. And before we do that, let me tell you that you'll need 2 blocks and a strap. And before we get going, we're going to put the strap, we're going to loop the strap so that it's ready for us later. So we'll do that before we get to our warm-ups. So the events of last week, we're now on the threshold for big changes. And some folks are excited about that, some aren't. We'll all get through it, but we're all now in this waiting game together. And that's the place in the middle before new stuff starts. And it's kind of a lame duck period. It's the place in the middle. And we get distracted by wondering what lies ahead. And we're maybe not as focused as usual. We're also at the threshold of seasons changing, the holidays coming up, and a new year. So lots on the horizon for us. And just because we're in the middle doesn't mean we're stuck. So for me, when I'm in between things, like when I've been in between jobs, I take that time between the two to regroup and be prepared. Even though I might be excited, I might be a little scared and nervous, I still take the time to kind of center myself, find balance, and get ready for what's ahead. And that's a good thing for us all to keep in mind right now. So with the seasons changing, what I do is this past weekend, I did my twice a year closet switcheroo. So that's my preparing for the upcoming colder season. Of course, today I thought it was going to be cold. It's warm. I went out earlier with a coat on. It was 80 degrees. So in Texas, the place in between seasons really isn't in between. Every single day we're back and forth. So we just do what we can with that. But you know, for when we are anticipating the change into winter, maybe you do the closet switcheroo, maybe you go out and go shopping, some retail therapy for a new pair of boots or a sweater. And retail therapy is always good. It's good for helping you through a time of transition. And our yoga practice is good therapy also. We find that place in the middle, the place that's easeful and allows for balance. Balance and fluid thought, breath, and movement. Our bodies operate most efficiently in a state of balance, a balance between action and relaxation. We align to the place in the middle to get to the true power and healing. So today we're going to do some chest openers, some hip openers, and we'll do some isometric work, which is pushing and pulling, contracting and expanding, and finding that place in the middle, the place of balance, the place of ease. So we can better enjoy the place of balance and find some comfort in that. So take a good seat, doing a nice manual inner rotation of your thighs, maybe some puffs of air between your side ribs to sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes. When you found the place in the middle, you find balance and your heart opens into joy. Take your thoughts inward. Come to your breath. Bring your hands together at heart center. Inhale, exhale, cleansing breath. Inhale to Om. And when you're ready, flutter your eyes open. And before we get going, let's loop our straps. feel like I'm getting my headphones untangled before a Zoom call. That's the first thing people usually see when I get on a call these days. Okay, so you want a loop. It's going to go around your knees and your legs. So, about, what is that? 2 feet, 3 feet wide, somewhere around there. So we'll be using this towards the end of practice, but it's just easier if we get it set up right now. Okay. Alrighty, so set that aside. We'll come back to it later. Come to hands and knees. Pat as you lift. Some cat-cow. Whoa. Hands under your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Wrist creases in line with the front edge of your mat. Arch your back for cow. And on an exhale, round to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And continue at your own pace. Make it as big or small as you like. Stretch out the day, sitting at a chair at your desk all day. And next time you come to center, pause. Curl to your right, looking past your arm towards your feet. On an inhale, come to center. Exhale, curl to the other side. Inhale to center and do a few more of those at your own pace, exhaling on the curl. Next time you come to center, pause. Extend your right foot back on the mat. Give it a back and forth stretch. Stretch out your toes, your Achilles, your calf. From your inner thigh, lift your leg hip height. Extend your opposite arm. Inhale. On an exhale, have your elbow and knee meet in the middle. Inhale, extend. Exhale, meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, meet. And reset. Extend your left foot long on the mat. Give it a couple stretches back and forth. From your inner thigh, lift your leg about hip height. Extend your opposite arm. Take an inhale, and on an exhale, bring your knee and elbow to meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale to meet. Inhale, extend. Exhale, meet, and reset. From your tabletop position, extend your right leg at a 90-degree angle up about hip height. Release. Inhale, extend it up 90 degrees. Release. One more time. Kind of doggy at fire hydrant kind of deal here. Set that foot down and other side. On an inhale, extend your foot up, your leg up 90 degrees. Exhale, release. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release. Inhale, one more time, extend. Release. Step your right foot forward. Set your foot a little bit ahead of your knee for low lunges. Curl your back toes under, rise up, scissor your legs, stretch forward, extend your arms out long on your sides, and isometrically push up so your arms are parallel to each other. Relax up there, and then push the air down. One more time. Raise your arms up, pushing the air so you're engaging your arms, and push it back down. Release. Switch feet. Again, you want your foot a little bit ahead of your knee so that when we lean forward, your knee and your ankle are in line with each other. Back toes curled under. Lean forward to get your knee in line with your ankle. Scissor your legs. Extend your arms out in a T beside you. Reach up, pushing the air isometrically with your arms. Push it back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, your arms engaged. Exhale down. Release. Come to your belly. You can ditch the blanket if you wish. Come to Sphinx pose. So lay on your belly. Extend each leg back. Tap your toenails on the floor. Hands are on the mat. Your forearms are parallel to each other. So your elbow is a little bit ahead of your shoulder. And isometrically, with your hands down on the mat, pretend like you're pulling your chest forward and your hands are pulling the mat back. You're not going anywhere. It's just an isometric movement. And release. One more time, pull forward, or pull your hands back towards you, I'm sorry. And release. This time, push your hands forward towards the front edge of your mat, isometrically. Again, not really going anywhere, just engaging our muscles. Release. Push them forward one more time. And release. Rise up. Come to stand at the front of your mat. I'm going to face you. Uh-oh. All right, we are going to paint the walls. Another isometric movement for our hands. I ditched my glasses there. So you want your feet kind of at an angle because we're going to be doing some squats. So get to an angle where your knees are in line with your feet. Bring your hands forward like a mummy or a zombie. And rise up. Bend your hands 90 degrees and come down. As far as is comfortable, rise up and engage your arms as you're lifting them. Down again, engaging your arms. That's true, they are. Zombies are in between. Inhale up, exhale down. Yeah, so thighs back, tailbone in when you're doing this. Good question. And one more time, engage down. All right, feet hip distance apart, parallel to each other. Shift your weight into your right leg, lift your left. Place both your hands on your thigh and push your hands against your thigh against your hands. And breathe. Engage your core, that might help. Release. Yeah, if you need the help of a wall for some balance, go for it. Lift that one again. Push against your hands against your leg against your hand. And breathe. And release. Second side. Set your left foot down, engage the leg, lift your right leg. And if you think about it, if you know which hands were on top the last time, switch them. Press your hand against your leg against your hand. Release the hand and push again. Release. Back to a wide-legged stance, a little wider than last time. We're going into goddess pose. Squat down, cactus arms for goddess pose. Scissor your legs. And crazy here. Go up on your toes on one foot and then the toes on the other foot. So you're alternating between toes, raising up onto your toes, not your tiptoes, just your toes. Try to stay with your chest up and pause. Do both feet at the same time. If you scissor your legs together, that helps with the balance. And release. Grab your two blocks. This is a good one for the place in the middle, because if we'll know if you're not in the place in the middle, because there will be a block explosion. So stand well with your feet parallel to each other, hip width apart. Place your two blocks end to end in front of you, about chest high. Push them together and bring them towards you. Relax, send them out in front of you, push again and bring them towards you. Relax, bring them forward, push in and towards you. And this time, relax here, and then we're going to push while we're sending them out. So push the blocks together, send them out in front. Relax to bring them forward. Push to send them out. Relax to come back to you. And one more time, push as you extend them out. We didn't have any block explosions. We have kept the, I did, yes. That shows that we're keeping the balance there. All right, stand at the top of your mat, feet hip width apart. Extend your right leg, back for a lunge. Scissor your legs together, raise your arms, and let's go back for beach babe. So hand behind the head, elbows are bent and parallel to each other. Press your head into your hands into your head. Engage your core, scissor your legs. Release. Pivot your back foot down and windmill your arms into warrior two. Your front heel is in line with your back arch. Your legs are scissored. Front leg is bent 90 degrees. Your knee is in line with your second and third toes. Flip your front hand, send it up while your back arm goes down your leg and curls around your thigh for reverse warrior two. And breathe. We enjoy the easeful breath here. Release your arms, place them behind your back, hands crossed behind your back for a chest opener. Send your chest down towards the ground, your head down towards the ground into humble warrior. You can lift your hands off your back, send them over your head if that's comfortable. If not, don't bother with that. And breathe. Release your hands to the floor. Step your left foot back and up to three-legged dog. Flex your back foot. Raise it up and 90 degrees to open your dog. Good hip opener. And if you're feeling crazy, you can flip your dog into Wild Thing. When you're ready to come back over, flip your dog back into three-legged dog. Let's see. That was, so I'm trying to figure out which leg we're on. So send your right foot forward. Is that right? Is that the one we were on before? Okay. Angle your, no, sorry. Okay. Left foot is back and low lunge. Arms up. Send your hand into Beach Babe. Scissor your legs. Hand into your head, head into your hands. Again, this is isometric work. Good for your head, your neck, and your arms. Pivot your back foot down. Open into Warrior Two. Yep, we're on the correct side. Send your, flip your front hand, send it up, and your left hand back for Reverse Warrior. Scissor your legs, engage your core. Take your hands behind your back to open your chest. Bow forward into Humble Warrior. Release your hands to the floor. Send your front foot up into three-legged dog, up and back. Stack your hips, bend your leg 90 degrees. And if you're feeling it tonight and you've got enough room, I'm hoping I do, flip into Wild Thing. Whoa. When you're ready, unflip your dog and come to Child's Pose. Enjoy the fluid breath in Child's Pose. Make it an active Child's Pose. Scrunch the mat up with your fingers. Again, this is an isometric work here. Come up to seated with your feet in front of you on the mat. Have your feet parallel to each other with your toes facing the front of the mat and your hands behind you about as far as as wide as your mat, with your fingers pointing in the same direction as your toes. And push from your hands and your feet up into reverse table. And breathe. Make sure your neck is comfortable. You're not straining your neck in this position. Release, come down. This is our place in the middle here, the relaxation, the ease before we go back up into it. Pushing from your hands and your feet, extend up into reverse tabletop. Again, find a comfortable spot for your neck. Release. Since that one's kind of tough on our hands, let's switch into regular tabletop. Bring your hands so that your fingers are facing your knees. So kind of have your hands on backwards to stretch out your carpal tunnel, your wrists. You can bend your elbows a little bit, stretch backwards a little bit to get a good stretch there. And release. Ah, that's a good idea, yes. So flip your hands over, fingers still pointing your knees. And stretch back and forward a little bit. Again, stretching your wrists out. Yeah, sorry about that. But it's a good idea, thank you. All right, come down on your forearms on your belly. We are headed into forearm plank. You can do that with your hands parallel like we had in Sphinx pose, or I prefer to have kind of a triangle here with my hands clasped together, but do it whichever way you prefer. Toes curled under, rise up into forearm plank. Adjust your feet as necessary. Try to have a low back curve here and clear your shoulders. Press over to your left for side plank. You knew that was coming. Stack your feet. Your shoulder should be above your elbow. Keep your, yeah, you got it. Hips are stacked. If you're feeling it, you can raise your arm up and keep your hips up and keep your balance. Release back to center, forearm plank. And I apologize, I'm gonna have my back to the camera here, but switch over to your right side for side plank. And breathe. Try to find balance and fluid breathing here. If you're feeling it, extend your hand up. Keep your hip raised. You don't want to be a slumpy plank. Release. Come back to child's pose. This is a good place in the middle here. When you're ready, come to lay on your belly. For a locust pose. Feet out long on the mat. Extend each leg back, toes, toenails touching the floor. You can rest your head on your forehead, on your hands. Extend them out long on the mat. From your shoulders, shrug your shoulders, send your arms down, your shoulder blades down. From your shoulders, lift. Use your shoulders to lift you up. Raise your arms. You can flutter your wings here, and if it feels right, you can extend your legs up for locust. This is another isometric move here if you're fluttering your wings. Release, head to your hands, bend your legs and windshield wiper your legs. Place your feet back on the ground. Using your arms, push up and grab your ankles or somewhere thereabouts for bow pose. So it's same foot, same hand. So left hand, left foot, right hand, right foot. And inhale up, pressing your hands against your feet against your hands for bow. And as you breathe, your bow might be moving. Good. And release. Head on your hands and windshield wipe your legs again. Come to lay on your back, however you want to get there. Lay long on the mat. Legs both out long. Notice that your legs are the same length. Your feet should be even, in theory, even with each other. So just notice that. And bend both of your legs so your knees are facing the ceiling. And you might want to strap for this. You might, if you can grab your leg with your hands, you don't need the strap. You're welcome to use it regardless. Extend your left leg up, grab behind the calf with both hands. Push the leg into your calf into your hands into your calf. You should feel this down your hamstring. And release. Again, maybe bringing your leg a little bit closer towards you and flex your foot. Push your hand into your leg into your hands. Release. Again, you may be able to bring your leg a little bit closer this time and push your leg into your hands into your leg. Release your leg out long on the mat. Extend both your legs and notice if your left leg is longer than your right leg. Mine certainly is. All right, other side, both feet on the floor, knees pointing to the ceiling. Grab your right leg, clasp behind the calf if you can reach it. Again, you can use a strap or maybe you pull further down toward your hamstring. Flex your foot, bring your leg towards you, push your hand into your leg into your hands into your leg. Release. Again, maybe bring your leg a little closer to you this time. Hand into your leg into your hands. Hands into your leg. Relax. Bring it forward one more time. Again, you can bring it a little closer to you if that's an option. Pressing your leg into your hands, hands into your leg. And release. Send your both legs out long on the mat and see if they meet each other again at the same distance. All right. Take your left knee towards your chest, pull it in, cross it across your body for a twist. Your left arm can be out in a T. Your right hand, if you want, you can grab your toe, or you can use it to weight your leg down a little bit. This is what I like to do. I feel it more in my piriformis when I weight my leg with the opposite hand. You can be looking in either direction, your left or your right, whatever's most comfortable. Release. Come to lay on your back. Send your right foot up, your leg up to your chest. Bring it in and cross it over your body. Your right arm is in a T. Release. Go find your strap wherever it may have landed. And come back down with your feet on the floor. Place your strap around your bent legs. Extend your feet out so that they are, or widen your stance so that you can feel the pressure of the strap. And then push against the strap with your legs. Release. Push against the strap with your legs again. Release. One more time. Press against the strap. And release. Windshield wiper your legs. Settle that. You can ditch the strap. Place your arms in robot arm position, official yoga term there, and snuggle your shoulder blades under your back. Press into your feet and your upper arms to raise your hips into bridge. Press your upper arms into the floor and your head into the floor, and lift your left leg just a little bit so that your foot just comes off the floor. And set that one down and lift the other one up. Try to maintain the integrity of your bridge while you're lifting, and you don't have to lift your feet very far, but you should feel this in your core. Make sure you're pressing your arms and your head into the mat. Not real hard with your head, but just enough to keep your balance. One more step on each side. And release. Windshield wiper your legs again. With your knees facing up, send your legs out into Baddha Konasana, butterfly, so that the soles of your feet are touching each other. Your legs are in a big diamond shape. And press your feet into each other. Release. Press your feet into each other again. Release. Press one more time. Release. Come to seated. Okay, so we weren't supposed to be using our neck for those poses, but sometimes we do. So we're gonna do some neck rolls, but we're only gonna go down and to the sides. We're not gonna go back because that's not good for our necks. So take a good seat. You can sit up on a blanket if that is more comfortable for you. Try to get your knees below your hips, blanket or two. So sit well, drop your head, your chin towards your chest, and roll your left ear towards your left shoulder. Come down to your chin against your chest, and back over to the other side, to your right side. And just do some gentle rolls at your own pace. Exhale when you come down to chin to chest. Inhale when you go to the sides. Bring your head up. Let's do some more things for our hands. They can always use it after a long day at work. Just do some little wrist twists. Bring your wrists towards each other. And the other direction. Extend your arms out long in front of you and grab your fingers of one arm with the opposite hand. Extend your fingers towards your chest. Open your wrist up. Release that and bend your hand again, zombie arm here, and you're grabbing it with your fingers in front and your thumb behind, bringing your fingers of your left hand towards your chest. And release. Maybe do some wrist circles again. Yeah, flick your hands around. Second side. With your left hand, grab the fingers of the right and bend them back towards you and breathe. Switch it, switcheroo here. So we're bending towards our hands under and towards our chest. And release. Arms up for a good stretch. Bring your hands down, circling your wrists. Extend your left hand long on the mat. Rise up and bend towards that side. Good side stretch on the right side. And breathe. Push up. Other side. Lift and stretch over. Push up to seated. Come back down, grab your blocks for supported fish. Let's see. Can take your, whatever your preferred block setup is. I like mine on the tall settings. Place your, place the middle of your back, kind of up near the bra line for the women, on the edge of the first block, your head on the top block. You can extend your legs long on the mat or keep your knees bent, arms out to your sides, or chest opener, supported fish. Easeful, fluid breathing here. If you'd like to stay here, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, join me for a couple other poses if you'd like. But if you prefer, feel free to stay in fish. I would not blame you. Come to lay on your back. Curl up into a ball. Knees towards your chest, arms wrapped around your legs for a nice rock back and forth, side to side rather. And then extend your legs up into happy baby. Grab your feet. You can rock your baby if that feels good. You can extend your legs long from your happy baby if that feels good. And curl and rock again. And when you're ready, extend your legs long on the mat for final resting pose, Shavasana. Close your eyes. Take any props that you need. Cover yourself with a blanket if it's cold. We found balance and ease with the place in the middle tonight. Let that melt into joy as you relax in Shavasana. Relax your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calves, your thighs, your hips, your torso, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your fingers, your ears, your neck, your head, your jaw, your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and your forehead. Return to your breath. Start to make gentle movements. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, roll to your favorite side. And pause there a few moments before you return to your day. When you're ready, push yourself up to seated. Extend your arms out at your sides on the floor. Raise them up above you, gathering all of the balanced and joyful energy in the room. Bring your hands together above your head. Bring them down to heart center. Namaste.